this sheet in front of you, that is the disease research. You were all given 2 diseases. You need to write down those diseases there, wherever you put it at before. Let me go over this really quickly with you, so follow along with me. We should be on this side. There's 2 parts to this disease research project. You are going to find information on the 2 diseases that I have assigned to you. You must have at least 4 references. For each disease, 1 reference must be a book. You're going to have 4 for each disease, but 1 of them must be a book. You can have more than 4 for each, but you must use a book. We will have books in the classroom. They will be provided for you because you will be working in school. You may not use Wikipedia. You're going to use the information you find to complete 2 separate disease research presentations. Your presentation should be neat and organized using technology, and we'll use PowerPoint. We will have access in school for this. However, if you are absent on any day, then it is your responsibility to work on it outside of school. For the most part, the project will be worked on in school. I will tell you when it is that you have homework. Your project must include, let's look there, I put boxes next to it so that you can check off as you go to make sure that you have everything. You must have your period, name, your number, and the name of your disease. You must have what causes the disease, if known, or what are the theories if we do not know. You must have symptoms of the disease. How do you know you have it? And how is it tested? How is the disease spread among humans? And the medical treatment. If there is no medical treatment, you need to discuss, correct the spelling for discuss on your paper. You need to discuss the research that is being done to develop a treatment. Don't just tell me there's no treatment. Then you must have a reference slide. Now, you're doing 2 diseases. So, for your PowerPoint presentation, and I'll explain this a little more once we get started, but this is just an overall view of where we're going. For your PowerPoint presentation, remember you are doing 2 diseases. So therefore, you may cover 1 disease, and then more slides to cover the 2nd disease, but your final slide will then be your reference page. Keep in mind, in English class, you use MLA. In science, you use APA. If you don't remember what APA is, no problem. I put a link on my website, which is in parentheses here, to a site called Son of Citations. Remember we talked about that when we did Science in the News. You will plug in your information there. It will put it into the correct format for you. You copy, you paste it. References must be on the last slide. No plagiarism. If you plagiarize, that is an automatic 0. So don't copy. You must put information in your own words. I will know if you plagiarize. On the other side of your paper, there is a rubric. Don't look at it now because we're not going to go over it. That will be your responsibility to go over the rubric and make sure you're covering everything. You've done presentations before. You should not be reading off your slide. For your homework, you are going to need to practice your information or make little flashcards for your information for the presentation. Some of you are tech savvy where you know how to import videos into your presentation. You can do that. That's perfectly fine. The only thing is you can only use 1 video, and it has to be a minute or less for the video. So your entire presentation is not a video. Presentations are going to be emailed to me. Let me make sure you have the correct email address because you're not sending it to my school address. Remember, we have separate accounts set up for the class. So whatever your period is, you put your period in that blank spot. So it'll be whatever your number is, period, Wiggins@gmail.com. For instance, for first period, it will say first, 1st, period, Wiggins@gmail.com. Make sure you add the .com there. For second period, it will be 2nd, period, Wiggins@gmail.com. Fifth period, 5th, period, Wiggins@gmail.com. And sixth period, 6th, period, Wiggins@gmail.com. This will be due by 9 a.m. on the due date. I'll cover the due date in just a moment. In the subject space, please make sure you enter this information, your name and the name of your diseases, so I know who's what. Part 2, so that's part 1. Part 2. Mind your business. You are going to be using your disease research. You will create 2 public service announcements. That's a PSA in the form of a cartoon strip. 1 cartoon per disease. I will be providing you with a blank sheet of paper, and you will develop a 3 to 6 caption panel that shows, not tells, how to prevent the disease. That is a PSA. If the disease is non-preventable, then you're going to discuss 1 interesting fact about the disease, something other than what you've discussed there. Remember, you can use humor. Be sure that your PSA is appropriate for classroom, and the cartoon must be neat and colorful. All work is intended to be done in class, but you may have to work at home. If you are absent, you will need to work at home. I will keep you updated every day on what your homework will be for this, but for the most part, we work in class. The due date for everything is March the 26th. That is the Tuesday after we come back from DC. You are not going to be responsible for doing any of this project while we're in DC. I've set it up so that everything's going to be either done in class or for homework during class days. This is a project and it counts 3 times for each disease. You will be graded on accurateness, completeness, neatness, and grammar. Please complete the information on the other side of your rubric as far as your name and the names of your diseases. When we come to class tomorrow, this is what we will be getting started on, and every day I will keep you updated on what your homework will be. In addition, where else do you think updates are going to be? On the website, so you will need to keep up with that.